There's no way of saying this without sounding like I've been at the scrumpy, but there's been a poisoning in Salisbury.
A nerve agent was used to try to murder a former Russian spy and his daughter in Salisbury at the weekend.
The spy is Sergei Skripal, a double agent who passed state secrets to Britain.
The Russians deny all involvement. Far from wanting to poison traitors, they actually broadcast advice for them on state TV news.
If you're a professional traitor, he says, my advice, don't move to England. Something's not right there. The climate, perhaps. But too many bad things go on there. People are hanged, poisoned, helicopter crashes, or they fall out of windows.
Hangings, crashes, falling out of windows. We're British, mate. That's a good bank holiday. I know sometimes our media cross the line, but can you ever imagine Hugh Edwards doing that? Still to come, the latest on Brexit negotiations, but before that, a warning to any would-be traitors. There is no escape, I am pain, and you will feel my justice burn in the screams of your children. Time for the weather now. Carol is starting to look a bit later outside. With former double agent Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia still in a critical condition in hospital, the Russian embassy tweeted about the most pressing matter. He was actually a British spy working for MI6. Not the moment for sass, is it? Yeah, that guy who murdered in your territory, you spelled his name wrong, so who's in the wrong now? While some media outlets chose to make lurid connections to Russia, one bastion of rigour chose a different approach. Baddie TV, Russia Today, Tomorrow The World, wheeled out their security expert, George Galloway.
Clearly, we're in an atmosphere of heightened Russophobia. I don't think that's putting it too highly. The McMafia television affair, the constant propaganda against Russia.
Hang on, the McMafia television affair? It's not an affair, it's a drama series. The McMafia affair, Alexander the Meerkat from the Compare the Market scandal. The Caledonian dictator magnate then gave unsolicited advice on the best way to carry out a murder.
The common sense of not doing such a thing at such a time, in broad daylight, outside a shopping centre in Salisbury, when this man could have been killed by Russia at any time, at far more convenient times or less inconvenient times.
If you want to kill a man, you administer the toxin in the dead of night, having travelled in an unmarked car. If you want the job done properly, call me. As yet, the government haven't published proof that Russia is behind the attack, and George isn't the only one unconvinced of Russia's guilt. One local UKIP group have their own suspicions as to who was behind it. Too early to say who did it, it could be a third party such as the EU, trying to interfere in UK-Russian relations. Yeah, and the reason I don't see my kids. Thankfully, most people recognise that in a sensitive and highly charged atmosphere, one mustn't jump to conclusions. Besides, Sergei Skripal has been living here for 8 years, and Putin suffered in his stance to double agents, as he made clear in 2010.
Traitors will kick the bucket, trust me. These people betrayed their friends, their brothers in arms. Whatever they got in exchange for it, those 30 pieces of silver they were given, they will choke on them.
I will find you, and I will kill you. This is scary stuff, so who's going to stand up to Putin? Kremlin-funded Russia Today has been accused of buying the loyalty and silence of the British politicians who broadcast on it. But surely that wouldn't be true of Alex Salmond, ex-First Minister of Scotland, and not a man known for keeping his opinions to himself. His topical show's on Russia Today in the middle of the outrage and allows the public to comment on various stories. So what questions did he fearlessly read out?
Lynn Finlayson says, "Hi Alec, could you please see if you can lift through the Proclaimers? I'm going to see them later in the year. Keep up the great work." Well, okay, Lynn, let's tell Charlie and Craig, the Proclaimers, that's an open invitation to come on the Alex Salmond show.
One here from Mr. Putin in Moscow which says, good boy, you get your money, good boy. So what are the UK government going to do about it? When Litvinenko was murdered, they did next to nothing. So surely this time our response would be more robust. Duplicitous bullshit volcano Boris Johnson threatened to hit Russia where it hurts and warned that British representation at the World Cup may not go ahead in the normal way. You mean England are going to get out of the group? In fact, talking to the Foreign Secretary, I'm being told we can actually go live to the House of Commons, where the Bullingdon Dribble factory is delivering an urgent statement on the matter right now.
With permission, Mr. Speaker,
I would like to update the House on the actions of the murdering Rusky scum. Sorry, the investigation into the attempted murders in Salisbury. I probably shouldn't say it was the Ruskies, but it was. Yes, Olaf and his phalanx of Muscovite ne'er-do-wells. That's right, the vodka jockeys, the caviar ferrets, the furry-hatted potato-eating babushka bandits. We know that Mr. Sergei and Yulia Skripal fell ill after visiting a ZZ, a fate that has befallen many honourable members. Anyway, indeed, who amongst us, I ask, who amongst us has not, at one time or another, Mr. Speaker, found themselves on a bench in the street, unable to speak or stand? I know I have. Yes. Mr. Speaker, Russia is a nationalist nation, positively sodden on alcohol abuse, athletes jacked up on drugs, but enough about what we have in common. Wiggins, anyway. I say to Vladimir Putin, I say to him now, come on and poison me, you follically challenged Slavic malefactor. Your nerve agents are purported to induce wild arm movements and incoherent rambling, because I'm telling you now, I will wiggle your wiggle pipes, I will harangue your hufflepuffs, and I will flay your fickle sticks. Yes. I say to Vladimir Putin, wherever he may be, come on then, poison me, and see if anyone notices it.